Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Fan Cave, and we certainly welcome your calls at 412-575-2600. That puts you in touch with us right here on the Nightly Sports Call, presented by Ireland Contracting. It's the Bordas and Bordas hotline. Again, 412-575-2600. If you'd like to tweet, it's at KD Pomp, at the Pony Express. And we have had a busy sports day. Andrew, it started with the news that the Wall Street Journal originally put out there concerning a sale. And this is something that, we've seen over the last couple of years, talks that the Penguins might want to sell the franchise. There have been indications there were deals going on, but nothing quite came, of it. And now we have, it looks like the latter stages of a deal about to be done with a very, very good major sports ownership group that's looked at globally because of their holdings, not just the Red Sox, but Liverpool. They're very big in NASCAR, and they are attracted to the Pittsburgh market, which some people out there are thinking, like, this affects where they're going to be. They're not. They're going to be here. They want Pittsburgh. I think it's a good opportunity for the Penguins to get a good ownership group. This past one with Mario Lemieux and Ron Burkle have been outstanding in what they've been able to achieve over the years.
Well, keeping Mario involved, even though it's a smaller stake in the team, he's still going to have a connection. He's still going to be involved. He's still going to be around. I think that that's important, especially from the Sidney Crosby end of things. As Sid gets older, I believe he's going to age like Tom Brady, and he's going to be a very productive player into his late 30s and early 40s. As long as Mario's here, I feel like he's still going to feel almost a sense of obligation and loyalty to the organization. So I think that's important. That's good. This Red Sox group, the baseball team has done outstanding since John Henry took over. They ended the curse. They've won World Series. They were just in the ALCS. The question that's going to get asked here, and I think it's a very fair one, Bob, and I know at the time when this deal got made, you were very critical of it and said it was why baseball was broken. The Mookie Betts trade is something that this group has to answer for. And I still am perplexed as to why they just walked away from one of the best players in baseball in his prime and cited the inability to want to give him the contract that he wanted. So that's one thing on their resume that I'm still, after all these years, very confused by and frankly put off by. But overall, I agree with you. Their resume and their track record kind of speaks for itself.
Yet, even without Mookie Betts, they made the playoffs, and they're still a team that's willing to
But that was a
spend.
terrible trade, Bob. Wouldn't you agree? The reasons behind the trade
but it
were
is
brutal.
it's one deal. I don't think you're going to look at this entire ownership group and base it on one deal they made. For whatever reason, it happened that way. Sometimes these guys get into negotiations with players and it just doesn't work well, and they think the best way out is to make a deal. So Mookie Betts has been terrific. There's no question, and he is the five-tool guy. He does a lot of great stuff, but they moved on from him. That doesn't mean they're not committed to making deals that could be similar in size, and I still trust what they do. They have deep pockets, but I'm glad Mario is going to be around, Pony, just because of what he means, and I'm sure this group insisted that he wanted to keep Mario around, and they should. I think Ron Burkle's on a different kind of level when it comes to this. He's more of a financial guy, and he wants to get what he can get probably out of this deal, and that's good for him too. But he was able to give Mario a lending hand when it was very much necessary, and he took part in a couple of good Stanley Cup runs. So kudos to all of them. And I don't, for people who are thinking it means something beyond this, it doesn't. They're going to keep what they have, and they're going to do business the same way. This group may not like a salary cap, though, even though you just said they traded away Betts. That's true.
Well,
but they also have to deal with this kind of situation, which is a salary cap league, and a good salary cap, right. I think.
Well, the thing I appreciated the most about the Burkle-Mario group was that they didn't need to make money to invest money in the team. And there were a number of years where, because they exited the playoffs early and didn't go on a long run, they didn't make the kind of money that they had hoped for. But they were willing to do that. That didn't discourage them from continuing to chase Stanley Cups. Not every group is like that. So, that's all I'm saying as far as the Betts deal goes, is that you never know when a new owner comes in how much the bottom line matters compared to the results on the field. And if the hockey team is losing money, well then, are they going to still spend all the way up to the cap? That's the thing we're going to have to get to know and learn and find out about with this group, Bob.
Yes, and beyond Sidney Crosby, it may impact futures of Chris Letang and Evgeny Malkin
Right.
as well. We don't know about that. And a lot of that will be dictated on how they play right now. And tonight they lost another regulation game. When we come back, we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about some news concerning the Steelers. COVID here, COVID in LA. Joey Bosa's on the list. There's so much going on. We want to hear from you too at 412-575-2600. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here live on Pittsburgh's CW.